Hello, I'm Bernard Hickey from interest.co.nz and welcome to a special economic weather report on inflation and in particular how government spending has caused inflation. We've got a survey out just in the last day or so from the ANZ on how government spending is growing so quickly, not just overall but in particular at the core of government, central government, bureaucrats in the big office buildings in Wellington. ANZ found out that this core spending on bureaucracy is growing at 7% per year for the last 10 years. That's much faster than the 5.5% that spending grew at the front line. This is doctors and nurses and teachers and people from the police. ANZ worked out that if the bureaucracy to coalface spending ratio had stayed the same as it was 10 years ago, there would have been $3 billion less spending on core bureaucracy and $1 billion a year less on core bureaucracy. ANZ's chief economist Cameron Bagrie had a closer look at where the spending was going. The Education Ministry grew spending 12% per year for the last 10 years, much faster than the growth in spending on teachers and fixing school classrooms and that sort of thing. Cameron Bagrie, the chief economist at ANZ, reckons it might be time for a Quango hunt. He had a quick look at the numbers. There are 41 government departments, 65 Crown entities, 21 district health boards, 9 Crown research institutes. What's happening here is that the government is eating the economy and is pushing up inflation by competing for scarce resources. Wages are rising much faster in the government sector than they are for the private sector. The average government wage now is 39% higher than the average private sector wage. And if you have a look more specifically at government administration and defence wages, so this is the core of government, they've risen 8.8% in the last year. Wages for the rest of us have risen 4.5%. So wages are growing twice as fast for the bureaucrats than for the rest of us. Just a year ago, that relationship between what the bureaucrats earned and what the rest of us earned, bureaucrats were earning 26% more. That's now up to 30% more inside a year. Rents, for example, for prime office space in Wellington are up 14% in the last year. We have an inflation problem. It's not an inflation problem imported in higher food and fuel prices. It's an inflation problem caused by government spending. It's keeping interest rates high. I'm Bernard Hickey. That was a special economic weather report on inflation for interest.co.nz.